This is what we're going to make today. It's a pair of dowsing rods, and they're just made with, this is some 1/8 inch brazing rod, and this is some 1/2 inch copper tubing, and then there's a little, this is a 440 brass screw down here, and it holds in place just a 1/2 inch cap. And then there's a little nut here on the end of this threaded rod, and what that does is, all that does is keeps you from being able to pull it from it falling out. You wouldn't even have to thread that and put that on there if you didn't want to. But it comes down in this, in other words, it rests on this cap down here, so there's really no friction at all on this. It makes it easy for it to move and to react. All right, well, let's get started. This is a 1 foot piece of 1/2 inch copper pipe, and I'm just going to cut it in half. I need to solder a cap onto the end of each one of these, just like that. And so I'm just going to clean them. This is a wire brush. For cleaning that, you could use a little piece of sandpaper or just whatever you've got. This just makes it nice and easy. All right, now we're going to apply a little bit of flux. All right, whenever you're soldering, the whole deal is all about cleanliness, how clean you have it, because if it's not clean, it's not going to solder. So you have to get it bright and then put some flux on there. Don't touch it with your bare hands. All right, now we're just going to heat these up and just put a little spot of solder on each one. All right, so I took a little file and cleaned up that solder, and then a little bit of 320 sandpaper and cleaned it up just so you can't see it. Okay, now this is a 3/8 copper pipe cap, and we're going to drive it into the end of this. Okay, there we go. Got some masking tape on our pipe, and I'm going to drill an 1/8 inch hole in the cap. Now I'm going to spin that around, and I'm going to do the same thing to that 3/8 cap that we have inside of there. Now I need to put a cap on this end, and when I drove this cap, this 3/8 cap into the end, it flared this out a little bit. So I'm going to turn that down so that this cap will slide on. All right, now this is our brass rod, and it's actually, it's a 1/8 inch brass rod. It's a general purpose brazing alloy. Sometimes you'll see these referred to as bronze. And then I'm going to cut threads on it with a 632 die. All right, I've made a mark from the very end up 6 3/4, and I'm putting that right up against that pin right there. Okay, so from the back side of the elbow all the way to the front, I've measured 20 inches, and I'm just going to saw that off. All right, so this is the end of the handle with the loose cap, and I'm going to tap it for a 440 screw. And I'm starting with a number 43 drill bit. All right, that's got it in there. Putting that tap in looked really crooked, but it was actually straight when it went in. All right, well, I've gotten the I got the rod put down through the handle, and I got the nut put on, and I put a little bit of Loctite on there because the threads were kind of loose, so that we don't have to worry about that falling off. And so now you can see that that is going to rest on this cap when I put it up in there, and that'll help make it so that it's pretty friction free in operation. And now all I got to do is just put my little screw in here, keep that cap on. And that's got this project finished. Be sure and watch the video of me using these things. Thank you for watching.